Welcome to Feed Dump, and this week, because summer is still wearing on, we are increasingly creative ways to get completely shit-faced. I'm butt chugging. That's where you put alcohol in your butt. Joining me this week is powdered alcohol.
I'm the bump that bumps you off.
And a rum-soaked tampon.
Apply me to the mucous membrane, most appropriate for you.
Also, don't do any of these because you will die. A 19-year-old woman from Manchester had to call the police to let her out of a nightclub because the previous evening she had passed out drunk in the toilets and didn't come to till 7:15 a.m.
That story dovetailed suspiciously well with our intro.
I understand it's a good idea to build your nest nearest your primary food source, but this is going a little bit overboard.
Shorty in the club all night, like all night into the morning. Shorty live at the club.
If your friends are the kind of people who will just abandon you in a nightclub bathroom and not even look for you, maybe they're not your friends. And if you wake up in a nightclub bathroom at 7:15 in the morning, maybe you should reevaluate some other life choices you've made along the way.
No, this is making more sense. It's a lot easier to do a mating dance when the mates are nearby, and then when your eggs finally do hatch, you can vomit directly into their mouths even easier.
Did you hear a single word I said, Ian, or are you just doing your own thing?
Well, we are talking about young birds, aren't we?
At least my whistle's on brand.
Oh no, I get it. It's like one of those sleepovers at the zoo or at the museum, but for alcoholism.
Oh my god, Bethany, it'll be so great. We'll go to the museum. We'll get so fucked up. I just want to retch till my throat is on fire.
Oh, and look, a new Jackson Pollock.
Firefighters had to be called in to help rescue a Colombian man who had somehow gotten 4 curtain rings stuck around his penis. Apparently, paramedics just didn't have the tools for the delicate operation at hand.
A delicate operation. With saws and pliers.
Do you think maybe he'd want the jaws of life to be used on him? You know, just not to insult his manhood? Okay, so we'll get out these tiny little saws and this precision bolt cutter, and we'll just get right in there.
Fine, I get it.
After the man's penis had been freed, he was taken to hospital for medical and psychological care, according to officials, because he may have faced some trauma relating to the embarrassment of the situation. No shit.
So people bullshit the ER about slipping in such a way that an entire shampoo bottle ends up their ass? This one seems a lot harder to explain away.
Why wouldn't you stop after the first curtain ring, then?
So, you see, I was hanging the curtain, and a stiff breeze came along and blew away my pants, causing me to become momentarily erect, at which point I stepped upon the soap, and my body became inverted, and I was unfortunately inserted into the rings.
And the award for greatest use of the passive voice in 2015 goes to Alex!
I have become pleased that this award entered my hand.
We still have some unanswered questions here. First, were the curtains still attached to the rings? And B, did the curtains match the carpet?
B, what happened to second?
The firefighters got the second.
A man in Alaska shocked bystanders when he donned a full-body grizzly bear costume and then went and harassed a mother grizzly bear and her 2 cubs before a wildlife official chased the animals away. In the Understatement of the Year award, the official then said, "That's a really dangerous thing to do."
Could you clarify the animals? Did that include the guy in the suit?
No, the officials chased the bear and her cubs away. The guy who was in the bear outfit just got back into his car and drove away without taking off the head or answering questions. Officials say his motives were unclear.
2 things. Second, good on him for actually keeping the head on. Apparently you should never remove a mascot helmet when you're wearing a furry suit. And second, harassed?
Harassed? As in his suit. Hair-assed suit. The suit has the hairy ass. There's hair on his ass. Hair-ass. Harassment.
Oh my god.
He just drove away. How are they gonna catch this guy? Honeypot?
No, you're right, Alex. They'd use a sting operation, but bears don't feel those.
Is this something he does often, or was this his debut?
Man, I hope not, because after such a strong debut, whatever sophomore album he puts out is really going to be a disappointment.
So the polar opposite, then.
Okay, we should probably wrap this up before the choking bits get any more grisly.
Come on!
But remember, there may be better sources of news, but they won't tell you not to do all those alcohol things we mentioned at the beginning, because those are very literally dangerous, although maybe not as dangerous as interfering with a bear. Oh yeah, and they might not have this hat, aside from that sage advice I'm dispensing. This hat is an Espion hat, and it was given to us by Blue Defender, or John. And, I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about this hat. It's very cute. It fits my head. It's actually kind of big on me, so maybe it'll fit Graham. It's an Espeon. My Pokemans. Let me show you them.
Are you sure this isn't actually a classic Python bit?